Welcome back to the Pushing the Pace podcast, everyone. I am your host, Elias, as always, joined by my co host, Samuel. Today, the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. We are here to give our quick predictions, thoughts, opinions, ideas about every single series so far. This will be a very quick one because, it's good to get our previews a bit out there, but at the end of the day, once the games start, it doesn't matter what we say here because there's going to be games to review and to get into and be in depth and everything, but we just wanted to get out our quick thoughts. So, what series are you excited for the most? Which one are we starting off first?
Excited the most is it has to be the Wolves versus the Wolves versus Nuggets. The Wolves versus Nuggets, third year in a row, they're facing each other, I believe.
It's their third matchup for sure.
Third in the last 4 years. Matchup in the last 4 years. You've had GM change, move from the Nuggets to the Wolves, who made a team to actually face the Nuggets. You've had the Nuggets win a chip in that time. In that time, they said their best matchup that whole playoffs, and the toughest matchup was Minnesota. Minnesota will beat them in a game 7 with Denver leading 20 points the next season. Ant has always shown up for this series. So has Jokic. You have Jamal Murray on the side, a 2-man game. You have Jaden McDaniels.
Let's just start on the Timberwolves Nuggets then.
If we're going in like this now, like it's an exciting matchup, and I wonder what you think.
Absolutely, yeah. This is definitely, I think, has the potential for the best first round matchup. This is a real rivalry now. This is a real rivalry. Like the Timberwolves have been to the conference finals the last 2 years. I'm sure they want to continue that. A loss in the first round would probably give them some tough questions. And then the Nuggets, of course, always have expectations. They've come up short with injuries in the past. Gordon and PJ. Jokic, he's getting up there a little bit in age, I think. And, only multiple MVPs, top 5, top 3 every year, but only one ring. So I think there's a lot of pressure for both of these teams to perform in the playoffs and to win. And the fact that they're faced up against each other in the first round again is just a blessing. Obviously it starts with Jokic on the Wolves. How are the Wolves going to be able to defend them? Obviously, Rudy Gobert is a great defender one-on-one, but even then, Jokic cooks this team. If we remember back to Christmas, he had 55 at 12 and 12, something like that, triple-double.
The guy just gave Wemby 40 something.
Yeah, so, he is unstoppable. Like I believe Ant said, or no, I think it was Julius Randle. They asked him, "How are you going to stop Jokic?" He said, "Pray to God." Like we need some divine intervention here because there really is no stopping him or even neutralizing him. You just really have to slow him down as much as you can.
The strategy, I was listening to Zach Lowe and Kirk Gosberg talk about it. Like they may implement the small on Jokic, like Jaden McDaniels on Jokic, or have someone on Jokic, and you have Rudy roam and stuff like that, and probably blindside help and all. But again, man, doubling that guy is dirt. Doubling
that's not an option. It is not an option.
It's just not an option. And look at the Nuggets; they've won the 15 in a row. They won 15 in a row.
Yeah, this is a very interesting matchup because it's going to be a test of not only like how good these teams are, but if you really believe in being hot going into the playoffs, with the Nuggets really having a great stretch at the end of the season, and then the Timberwolves are literally 10-10 in their last 20 games. Ant has missed some time. Jaden McDaniel missed some time. They're both back, but that is something to consider. They're a team that has to flip the switch, but it's not always that simple just to say you can flip the switch.
This Denver's offense is apparently, I think it's one of the 15 greatest offense in NBA history. And you just, there's too many questions they ask of you. The one thing the Wolves have as an armor is we don't know where Ant's health is, but that dude has shown in his short NBA career that he rises up to challenges. Like he has shown he's built for that. And this matchup, he will also have some sort of leeway to be able to be great just because the Nuggets' best defender on him, Peyton Watson. I don't think Peyton is back. I'm trying to read
Yeah, I don't believe he's
I'm
back
trying
yet.
to read. I'm trying to read what the report says on here and all, and it's like this is like 28 minutes ago. This was posted 28 minutes ago, 1:53 p.m., and it says he might miss the whole series.
Peyton Watson, wow.
Yes.
I wasn't sure about how his health or anything, but that's a great point with Anthony Edwards. He is a guy who, the playoffs is his time to rise up. And for the Nuggets, I mean, Christian Braun is your
Has
best
not had a
bet.
good season. That's my guy. That is my guy. I really like Christian Braun, and I think people have been hard on him this year.
Yeah.
But he had a long injury. He was out for. This is the first stretch in his NBA career he's been out on injury this long. Because remember, his rookie season was the championship season.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So he's not been out. So he's had a tough season. Defensively, he's not been up. Even Spencer Jones have been a better defender than him this season for the Nuggets, right? His name is Spencer Jones, right? Am I missing that?
I believe so. Yeah, that's his name.
Yes, I believe Spencer Jones. Spencer Jones, I believe is his name. And he's been a better defender than Braun this season. He's had more impact on that end for the Nuggets and all. I don't know if you saw his LinkedIn post. That was so funny.
I have seen he does post on LinkedIn like a very professional. Like it's okay, bro. You're in the NBA. That's funny.
So I think Christian Braun is going to be tasked, and Watson is going to, and Spencer Jones is going to be tasked with that. Losing Watson is not this thing, but again, this is a better rounded team than it was when Minnesota beat them. This is a better rounded team than or even last season. Aaron Gordon is a riser too. We know that dude rises to the okay. So it's gonna be so much fun. The Gobert element and seeing what Chris Finch decides to do. But I'm looking forward to this. And yeah, we can do predictions.
Yeah. I would say for Wolves for Timberwolves and Nuggets, I would go Nuggets in 7. I want the nice long series.
Yeah, I would say Nuggets in 6 too.
Yeah. So, my biggest thing with this series is coming into the wobbly, and throughout the whole season, the Timberwolves have been so inconsistent. For them to have to turn up, but for the Timberwolves to turn up, not only offensively but defensively, they have to be at a level that I don't think they've been consistently throughout the season. And obviously, they have the talent. They obviously have played before. They have the experience playing against this team. But are you able to turn on the defensive intensity enough on every single possession? You can't take time off. You can't take any possessions off when Jokic is on the floor.
One last thing I would say on my end is the Wolves have two things going for them. Every year, I would say before last season, we were saying this exact same thing about them. We're saying this exact thing. They know that team knows how to rise to the occasion. They might not execute well, they might not do things certain well, but they have and Ant is the driver of that. Like he's confident and his play exudes into that team. So they're going to, but again, you're playing against for me, one of the greatest of the greats. Like this guy is phenomenal. Jamal Murray has had a really, really good year too. And you have to answer to that 2-man game, which is pretty much unanswerable at a lot of times. And also, we're going to see what adjustments they made. And when we're back here on Wednesday, we'll talk about what we are seeing from the game and all. And the Wolves have an amazing, amazing home stand. Like that Wolves Stadium go crazy. And just imagine they win one game. They win one game in Denver.
Yeah, it's very possible.
The Wolves are not scared to go to Denver. They won a game 7 down 20. Like that builds all the confidence you need to build. And the fact of the matter is if they go to Denver and win one game out of 2, then you're going back to the Wolves home. Jokic is not worried about home stands again. But again, some of these players on the team have not experienced a lot of that. But again, these are 2 experienced teams and all. And it's going to be a phenomenal series.
Yeah. And a few more things I just want to mention. Jaden McDaniels on Jamal Murray. For the Wolves to win, McDaniels has to stop Murray in his tracks. He has to stop him completely. And then Bones Highland and Ayo Dosunmu in transition against this Nuggets defense, who is not great in transition. Those are big points. I think those guys would need to have big series for the Wolves to win. But yeah,
And to add to that, sorry, I know we keep talking and all, but and to add to that, I've always said Denver might not look good defensively in the regular season, but it's been a long time I've seen a team game plan defensive wise compared to like they are able to game plan defensively wise above the level they are defensively. I've seen them do that time and time again, despite being an average. They've been an average defensive team for throughout Jokic's tenure, but I've seen them pull up defensive masterclasses and game plan wise. And also, I'm not going to be surprised with the Wolves offense that can be up and down and all.
Absolutely. Yeah. But fair spending most of our time on this series because I think it'll be the best, most entertaining one.
The best.
Which one do you want to go to next? I think that the Hawks and Knicks series might be pretty interesting. I've heard a lot of people like gassing up this Hawks team as a potential could win against the Knicks, and I'm very intrigued in this one just to see because obviously the Knicks have they have Jalen Brunson, Cat, who are poor defenders. Meanwhile, the Hawks have Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Onyeka Okongwu, all these like big wing physical guys who, if they get a Brunson on them or if they get Cat trying to, Cat protecting the rim doesn't go very well, these guys can exploit that. And I think that this is a very versatile team in terms of who can bring the ball up and who can initiate the offense. And I wonder how the Knicks are going to be able to defend that with poor defenders like Brunson and Cat.
I think the Hawks are such in a great place this year. And my thing with the Knicks for this series is like all the stuff we did in the regular season, the up and downness, the being bored, throw that stuff away right now. The fact of the matter is, my question for the Hawks would be, can you guys stop Jalen Brunson? Because I think Brunson is going to just be a major, major factor of where the Knicks are going in this series. Like, I think the defensively, the Knicks can be good enough. You have Josh Hart, you have Anunoby. Like, all this season, you guys have been waiting for this moment. This is the playoffs is what that matters, right? James Dolan has said our expectation is making the finals, which I completely agree. It should be your expectation. You best not. The way I view this series is, you best not lose against the Hawks. It's almost like while I want to talk about the ins and outs and when we come on Wednesday, we're going to see what's happening on the court and what's happening and have a good understanding. But it's almost like you best not lose to the Hawks.
Yeah, the Knicks, like, if you want to be an actual contender, you got to get rid of this Hawks team in 5 games. Like,
quickly.
You gotta prove, like last year, they were in a dogfight with the Pistons. How long did that series go? Did that go? Did it go 7?
6. Oh, I think it went 6 because the last game was in Detroit. Yes, the last game was in Detroit.
Okay, yeah. I think it did win 6. But still,
that should have given us red flags.
And they were able to get past the Celtics after that, and they made their run. But it's like, to be taken as a serious contender, they need to get rid of this Hawks team quick. And I'm just curious on how the Knicks defense is really gonna do that. I'm also curious on the Hawks offense, like Jalen Johnson. There's been a lot of hype for him. There's been a lot of All NBA hype for him, which is good. It's nice. But in a playoff series, when OG or Mikal or like the most eyes are going to be on Jalen Johnson, how are you going to be able to score?
You're in Madison Square Garden, bro. This is where legends are made, literally. And if we want to go to next season, be like, man, Jalen Johnson can be a top 10, top 15 guy and all stuff like that. This is where you answer that bell and answer that call for the team. And again, sometimes you might still lose, but you have to show up. You might still lose, you have to show. The fact of the matter is, it's not about winning and losing a lot of times. In this situation, is show what you are as a player in the playoffs and all. And I've not watched a lot of Hawks games this year, just because the games are always at like 7, 8 most. I'm at work at that time, like deep in work at that time. So I've missed a lot of Hawks resurgence and so I'm really excited to see what they are. I know I love Dyson Daniels, one of my favorite defenders in the league and all. Nikola Alexander-Walker has shown that Jalen Brunson will have fit too, because those two guys are going to be draped on him all game. The question is the Knicks offense versatile to play outside of Jalen Brunson?
Yeah. And even if it's not, in their last game, the last Knicks-Hawks game came down to Brunson scoring 17 points in the fourth quarter, and that it just became a takeover for him. So he can do that stuff.
He can do that stuff.
Yeah,
We know he can. We know he can.
Yeah. But for my prediction for Hawks Knicks, I would go Knicks in 6.
I'm going Knicks in 6 too. I'm going Knicks in 6. It's almost like I don't see where the Hawks are going to win this from in terms of having clear advantage from. Yeah. And I just feel the desperate team, the Knicks have to be desperate. Like they have to be desperate with the weird season they've had and all. And you can't lose against the Hawks. So I'm using that more than just what the Hawks are. But again, I might come back here on Wednesday and be like,
yeah, it might be 1-1 series going back to Atlanta, and we might be, Yeah.
Yes.
All right, next series. Which one do you want to go to next?
Let's do Lakers Rockets. Let's do Lakers Rockets.
Yeah, this one might be quick. It's just unfortunate, the injuries of them. I really don't know. I don't see Luka returning in this series, to be honest.
I also heard from this doctor in the LA, this Asian guy that I was talking about. He was like, there's a better chance Reeves come back than Luka coming back.
Oh wow!
Because he's like an oblique injury, aggravating an oblique injury. Like if he comes back, okay, the time of if you re-aggravated an oblique injury, you can be back in a week. You can be back in 2 weeks. If you re-aggravate a hamstring, you can be completely out the whole playoffs. Yeah. So how are they going to manage that? Like if at the end of game 3, if at the end of game 2, Rockets are 2-0 up, are you going to bring Luka up? Or are the Lakers 2-0 up? Because you wouldn't want to bring Luka back. Right? Yeah. Like if you're like, I feel the longer the series goes, the most chance we're going to get Luka back.
Yeah, but
the longer the series goes,
but even then, I don't see it going very long. Like the Rockets really lucked out in this one in terms of being able to get the Lakers, such an injured Lakers team, when otherwise they would have been the team that everybody wants to face in the first round because of how weird and inconsistent and offensively challenged they are in the games and all that stuff. For this prediction, I would say for Rockets Lakers, I would say Rockets in 5 if they are a serious team, because this Lakers team, this Lakers team, I mean, without Luka and Reeves, there's not much to say. Like LeBron is 41. And then we got Dominating over there. No, this is the real matchup. We got Dominating versus Clint Capella. We got
Bron might have something for us.
I saw.
Bron, I have a, this is not logical thinking right now. Let's have some feeling that Bron is about to tap into something for this. There's something I'm feeling in the atmosphere, in the energy I'm feeling, Elias. I'm telling you,
we'll LeBron going 0 dark 30 again.
We'll come back here on Wednesday, and the Lakers might be 2-0 up.
Oh man, that is.
We might come back
I would. Oh man.
We might come back here on Wednesday and the Lakers. I feel Bron has something for me. I feel Bron the air.
I think Amen Thompson has something from Bron. I don't know. I think KD might have something for whoever on the Lakers.
I think the prediction for Lakers Rockets is just so determinant on so many things. But as it is right now, let's say we know Reeves are not coming back, Luka is not coming back. My prediction for Lakers Rockets is, I think Bron gets you 2. So I'll say Rockets in 6.
Fair. I mean, I saw this one meme that was like Dragon Ball. I haven't seen Dragon Ball, but it's like everybody giving their power, raising their hands up to give their power to, I don't know, maybe Goku or whatever. It's like, everybody, we need to give Bron our power for one more playoff run.
Yes.
Yeah. But all right, what other series? I mean, we got to talk about it. Raptors, Cleveland. I am excited, but I am so nervous for the Twitter lashings.
You're a Raptors fan. I completely understand your nervousness. But brother, Ilias, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm telling you right now. Listen to me. Listen to me right now. Trust me in what I'm trying to tell you, bro. This is me being logical. I think your Raptors can get them. I think your Raptors.
I think so too, them. But I
think your I think
I'm nervous.
You've not seen. Cavs don't have any answer for Brandon Ingram. We're about to see playoff Brandon Ingram.
They have Evan Mobley. They have Evan Mobley.
Nah.
I mean, just defensively, they're gonna be like Mobley and Allen in this series is gonna be rough for us to get points in the paint, which is a majority of our points.
Let me tell you something. Listen, I'm telling you right now. I'm looking. Look at this. Remember Brian Windhurst? I'm telling you right now, bro. Listen to me. Raptors Nation, stand up. Raptors Nation needs to stand up right now. You know what Daco said? Daco said this
I heard.
This ain't Serbia. This ain't Spain.
They're not going to throw bottles at us.
This is Cleveland. We're going to Cleveland.
Yeah.
We are going to
Have you ever
Cleveland.
been to vacation in Cleveland? I've never heard anybody say they've been to vacation in Cleveland.
Kyle. That's where we're going. I'm telling you, bro. I feel the Rockets, sorry, not the Rockets, the Raptors stay at your level you are defensively. Like the level they can get to defensively, if they hit that mark, they can get this team. They can get the Cavs, man. I'm sorry. I'm not scared of the Cavs, man. Too many NPCs on that team.
I'm worried for their main guys, which are not NPCs. I'm worried for Donovan Mitchell and James Harden because
you are worried
defensively,
about James Harden,
I'm not sure. This is what I'll say. This is my piece. We need Jacoby Walter out there for a large portion of time defending either Mitchell or Harden. Yes. I know Scotty is our best defender. I do not want him on Harden or Mitchell for the majority of time because when it comes to guards, he can get beat just based off quickness, and he needs to be back there in the paint because Mobley and Allen is too big. CMB has to play huge minutes for us. If CMB for us to win the series has to play more minutes than Jakob, in my opinion. Jakob, his back, his mobility is so much lower than what it should be at his age, and he's just taken a pretty big dip athletically. And I think that he got crossed over by Ben Sheriff on the Nets on the last day of the NBA season. It's like, oh man. I'm worried about Jakob and our perimeter defense, like RJ quickly. Like these guys are fine, but I'm worried for that.
I am worried about your 3-point shooting. Your 3-point shooting is going to be like Cavs are going to ignore you guys. Like
that's not even a worry for because I already know we're gonna lose that every single night.
This is what I'm saying. If you're going to have bad 3-point shooting, a good example is the NBA champions are susceptible to be a bad 3-point shooting team in the playoffs. Like when games becomes half-court games, they are not a good shooting team, and I've been saying that for forever. If you're going to have that, the level you have defensive, the toppest level you can get, you can't drop off that. You can't drop off that. So for Darko, for Scott, this is going to be a big series for Scotty Barnes.
This is going to be a huge series.
And I'm telling you right now, pencil in 27. Brandon Ingram, B.I., the real B.I.G. Trust me, bro. Wait, what do you call him? B.I.3?
B.I.3, yeah.
Yeah, he's about to show. Raptors Nation, listen, man, you guys have a fan in me right now because I got ups on the other side. I got ups on the other side. But the fact of the matter is, I'm sorry, man. The Harden, Allen, Harden, Mobley, pick and rolls need to be taken out of that. Like they need to take that off the table.
It's gonna be tough.
You need to make James Harden a scorer. Make James Harden a scorer. Make James Harden a scorer.
I suppose.
In my opinion, as if you can extend the series, the longer it gets, the better chance you have to win the series if James Harden is more of a scorer than a playmaker. If James Harden is having 7 shots, 8 shots, but 12 assists, 14 assists, bro, you guys are most likely done for. So, I'm calling this, I'm saying back in Rogers Center, Toronto, Game 6, The Raptors are winning in 6 against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I will also say Raptors in 6 because when it comes to winning on the road, I do not trust them in a potential Game 7 in Cleveland. But
Yes.
I'm going with my team. You know, I have my concerns. I'm worried about the Twitter lashings, bro. Everybody was so rough on Paolo, and I'm one of them. But the thing is if they play bad, it's going to be hard to defend. And, you know, a Scotty stinker or something is going to do so much damage to my mental. We're going to get Scotty Barnes versus Evan Mobley, a first playoff series after all the smack that fans have talked.
Is Quickly going to be back?
I don't know exactly. He is injured. I don't know what his status is for Game 1. I haven't seen any updates on that recently.
It says questionable. Everybody's active, though.
Yeah.
Everyone is active. It says questionable.
I just hope, please, let's just be competitive. Let's win some games because our last playoff series against the Sixers had a Joel Embiid 3-point, a game winner in Game 3. We went down 3-0, and at that point, it was cooked. Even if we did like win 2 games, so I just want a I just want
who is going to match up? Who's matching up with Mitchell? Jamal Sheed, Jacoby
like
Walter?
I said, I think Jacoby Walter has to be. He's one of our best perimeter defenders. Quickly is fine, but he is just like so small.
Can be on Mitchell.
Yeah, so it's gonna be and Walter has been a great 3-point shooter. I think he's leading the league in 3-point percentage since the All-Star break, something like that. So he's been great. He needs to play a lot of minutes. CMB has to play a lot of minutes. Mamu has to play a lot of minutes.
Mamu has to play. I like Jamal Sheed. I like Jamal Sheed, and he's a good player for you guys and all. So I'm excited, man. I think the Raptors. My tingling feeling is like,
Hey, I would love to cause some havoc and have the Cleveland go out in first round because of us. That's all I need. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else in this life. I just need Raptors to have one playoff series win. All right. Well, we got all the 4, 5, 3, 6 matchups out of the way. I think the other ones should be much quicker.
You want to do your playing pick? You want to do a quick playing pick?
I mean, playing pick, I want the Warriors and Hornets to go in. I think
want the Warriors and Hornets to go in. We don't want to see the Magic. We don't want to see the...
no.
Shout out Devin Booker. Make your 70 million, make your 75 million a year. I need him never to leave the Suns. He needs to stamp himself, stay on the Suns.
Yeah, be a for lifer at this point.
You have a beautiful girlfriend. You're in Arizona. Like, stay there. Sorry, bro. I need you guys to go home. I need Draymond and Steph Curry reignited that feeling. Because, bro, when we think about it right now, let's just talk about the Warriors a little bit for this thing. Porzingis
was good. Al Horford, Unk still got it.
The spacing with how Steph has to operate now is like, like that spacing was not as good. When you just think about it, man, okay, you're having some little juice and all, this is going to end in the first round for them. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I just want them to be there. I just want them to be there and all. So I'm sorry, man. Warriors, please get in. Hornets, bro, that game against the Heat was one of the
that was a top 3 game of the year. Like, that was just absolutely ridiculous back and forth. Back and forth. Kobe White, LaMelo, game
Brandon
winner.
Miller, Grant Williams,
Tyler Hero,
Miles
Bridges had a good game.
Tyler Hero shooting. Tyler Hero is the shooting guard. No, to be honest, they're both shooting guard. Tyler Hero is a little version of Donovan Mitchell. I've never seen anyone shoot their team into games and shoot their teams out of games more than that guy. And what do you think about LaMelo not getting suspended? I think it's a farce. But I understand why.
I'm glad he didn't get suspended. I wanted to see him play, but he probably should have, because the money is nothing to them, so it's not a real punishment.
What do you think about I know we're just doing quick fire stuff now. What did you think about the Nick Wright stuff with LaMelo?
Oh, I mean, I like when he showed up with the clown outfit on TV. That's entertaining stuff.
Why are people saying he called him they say, oh, this is feeling personal. When did clown become like a slur? They call him a clown.
I mean, it's definitely not a nice thing to say, but I don't know. It's not a nice thing to say
because Rick Knight's context was LaMelo is a very, what's the word?
It's like immature or something.
Immature because of his decisions, both on and off the field. And off the field, it's mentioned. People know about his cases with driving like driving, pretty much being an idiot as a driver, which
Yeah.
is not we just like being an idiot as a driver costs lives, literally. So that is immaturity on the court. There's been so many times we was like, what kind of shot did LaMelo take? That's immaturity. So calling him a clown, okay, maybe it seems unprofessional, but there was nothing personal about it. Maybe you could have used another word of immature or something like that. But I just found it funny. Everyone was going crazy and all.
I just don't like that. That's where they had a conversation when it was like one of the best games of the year. Like, let's talk about the game, because it was like Kobe White was crazy. Like LaMelo almost lost them the game. Well, yeah, the Bam thing is true, because honestly, Bam was cooking. Like on Moussa Diabate, Moussa cannot stop him.
Yes.
Like this Hornets team is pretty slim. I'll just say for the 1-8, let's get out of the way. OKC versus whoever, I would say almost a sweep. OKC in 4.
Yes.
And then Detroit versus the Magic or the Hornets. I think
I want Detroit versus Hornets, bro. That is going.
Me too, for sure. Me too.
They already have beef. And
yeah. But that goes with the Bam and Moussa thing. Like I saw somebody on Twitter said Jalen Duren is gonna look like Shaq against Moussa Diabate. Like just physically wise, like he is built.
Yes.
Like, and that's what started the fight in their last game, because Duren was like pushing up against him and Moussa couldn't stop him.
But this is the thing, right? Yes, he's physically gigantic and can overpower this thing. But Duren does not have the face-up game, the shooting game, be able to take certain shots that Bam would be able to take. Bam is also,
I suppose, but I feel like Duren has gotten better at it.
Yes, he is. But
this season,
has he gotten better, player better? Because it's a completely different. It's a completely different. The lights are very bright at that time, and all.
True.
I just don't think Duren's skill set would influence. Like, he's going to still be really good because of his tandem with Clay. But I just don't think Duren's skill set is at that point yet where he's going to do the things Bam would have done throughout the course of that game if he wins. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, the Detroit might still win and everything, right?
Yeah.
But Duren will catch lobs, offensive rebounds, all those type of things. He's going to get his. I just think it was going to be a different way and all than, because if Duren is trying to take Diabate face up and all those type of things, I don't think he has that skill set yet to that level. But we'll see.
Fair. Yeah. But for predictions in this series, Pistons versus Hornets, I would still go Pistons in 5. Like, their defense and physicality. I think we saw it. Like, the Hornets, their 3-point variance, they shot 53s. LaMelo shot 2 of 16. Khan didn't make a 3. Like, if they're not hitting their threes, I think it could be pretty rough for them. And like Asar Thompson, Ron Holland, like these defenders on Pistons, I need to give them my respect because they have been incredible this season. So I just think that, I mean, hopefully it's not the Magic, but either way, the Pistons are going to win in a probably short series. However, obviously, I would love if Hornets can push it to at least 6 games or something, make it more fun.
I would love Hornets to go to make it a longer series, but I would say it's going to be a pretty mid-long. So I'll say Hornets in 6. Sorry, no, not Hornets 6. My pick is going to be Pistons in 6 in that series. I just think the more physical team, KD's back. They've been through this first round before. And I think Osa is going to shine in that type of series, having to just guard and focus on this thing. But again, the 3-point shooting of the Hornets, as you said, is going to be a big X factor, because if they hit 130 on you, if they can hit 130 on you, that's the
will
thing
the Pistons be able to match their offense? But at the same time, will the Hornets be able to get their offense off against a defense so good like this? Like, it's really up to that.
And that's what I'm saying. If they can, they are going to win those games. They do it, right?
I just think that the Pistons defense is better than the Hornets offense, even though they're both like top of the league. Like, when it comes down to it, I think that their defense is going to be able to give these guys some fits. All right, we only have the 2 7s left. Honestly, I'm not really super interested in either of them. I mean, just like the Celtics, 76ers, we've seen this matchup so many times. If Joel Embiid is not going to be there, which he doesn't seem like he's going to be there, I just don't see this series being very long. I think maybe Maxey and we get some vintage Paul George gets us one game, but honestly, I could
vintage Paul George in the playoffs is not vintage.
Well,
it's not for good, bro. Let's not say
maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. If we can get if we can
let's
get a good Paul George,
a good Paul George.
if we can get a
Maxey,
good, maybe they can get one game.
You know what? I feel like we are brushing the series aside generally just because we think the Celtics are. You know what? I just thought about it. It's going to be hard for Philly to do much, but I just feel this Philly team also has a different vibe. You remember how they started the season with Maxey, with Edgecombe, with Paul George, and Embiid was in there and all. And I feel there's a different vibe. There's a different belief the fan base even has for this iteration of the Philly. So I really want to see them go like make this a series and actually like imprint. You know what? I want them to get to a game 6, win game 6 at home, and for some reason we have Embiid coming back or something. You know, make this. I want them to make this as dramatic as possible, and just not lie down on their faces at the end of this series. But with that said, Celtics in 7.
Honestly, I'm gonna say Celtics in 5. I just think that this team is a bit deflated coming into this series with no Joel Embiid, and that's going to be such a big hurdle. And then Celtics team, I mean, just Jaylen Brown, Tatum, like they are just an offensive and defensive like machine. And I think that, again, similar to how I said about the Knicks and we said about the Knicks, like if you are a serious contender, which everybody's already penciling them in as the contender in the East, you should have no trouble getting rid of these Sixers. So I'm just betting on them being up to that level and Tatum and Brown being up to that level. And, you know, I think Maxey, PG, they can give us a game, but to sustain a series, unless Embiid comes back. If Embiid comes back, you know, maybe we can have some more fun. But yeah, I would say Celtics in 5. And then the last one, Spurs and Blazers. This one, you know, I think it's going to be I think Spurs, this is going to be a quick series for them.
I think it's going to be a quick series, but there's a potential that we might have a longer series. I want to see what Portland can have out there in terms of their matchup with Wemby and what Rob Williams and what's his name? Clingan,
yeah.
Remember Clingan can present to that. Also, De'Aaron Fox, you're going to have Drew on you. And we know
Toumani Camara.
Yes,
like Castle, these guys.
Castle, De'Aaron Fox are going to have Drew on them or Toumani Camara, and that's going to be
going to be tough.
Be a task.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
Guys. And someone like Castle who gets a lot of turnovers and everything. Like I think Portland presents defensive questions that Spurs are probably not going to face outside of OKC, right? In any other team, right? Like I think, Clingan.
I do agree. The size of Clingan is unique. Like he is big enough to match up with a Wemby, and like
and
he can he can shoot a bit too. So like the potential to stretch the floor and just sit in the corner.
I even want to see what they do if there's a possibility of having both of them on the floor. Because remember that role Rob Williams used to play for the Celtics where he was pretty much like a shadow,
roamer.
The roamer, and he is devastating in that role and stuff like that. But again, that is also a question of you're giving up shooting for that and all. So I think defensively, Portland has some answers. Offensively, it's going to be a lot on Denny and Drew to lead that offense and all. And I just don't think they're going to have enough on that end and stuff like that. Yeah. So I'm going to say, for me, I'm giving all this series long series just because of my entertainment value and all.
Yeah, of course.
I want to say Spurs in 5.
Yeah, I would say Spurs in 5 too. However, I wouldn't be surprised if when we come back, it's going to be a 1-1 series. I think if Portland wins a game, it's going to have to be game 1 or game 2. Like it's going to have to be quick. Somehow, like the inexperience, or maybe Castle and Harper don't have a good game. Maybe De'Aaron Fox isn't super great in the clutch, or kind of overtakes the offense, or maybe Wemby really does struggle with some of the physicality of a Clingan or whatever, and Denny has a crazy game and he gets the whistle. I think that's a big X factor as well.
Because
Denny, his whistle, what whistle is he gonna get in the playoffs? Because it's not the same as regular season in terms of what calls you get. So I think that's gonna be interesting.
The question is gonna be Stephen Castle is gonna have that matchup, I think, on the team.
I would assume so. I would assume so.
Is Stephen big enough to guard Denny? We need to see that too, and all right. We need to answer that question. I don't think I saw any of their matchups during the regular season, so I'm not going to give a good answer to that. But that's going to be the matchup for them. And question is going to be like, if Stephen can take Denny out of the games, then I don't think Portland. This is going to be a very short series. And all. But if he can, and Portland are able to answer some defensive questions, Portland are going to give on the Spurs certain defensive questions they need to answer. I genuinely feel that we're going to have a very interesting. I think the series is going to be actually really good. In terms of, I think the series is going to be really good, and people are not really talking about it because we think the Spurs are going to just. I think the series is going to it
could be entertaining, but I don't think it's going to be long.
It's entertaining and not long. Literally, right? Yeah. So that's how I feel about it.
All right. Well, those are all of our picks. I will say quickly, let's guess. Who do you think is going to be in the conference finals right now before any of the official playoffs starts?
Do this now.
No. Just pick. Who do you think is going to be there? Let's just see. What are your thoughts before any games happen?
I need to know the bracket. I don't know the bracket. I don't know how the bracket is shaping up.
Fair. But like, for example,
I don't want to pick two teams that are going to have to face each other in the semis.
Yeah. Like, for example,
I would go Pistons Celtics in the conference finals, and in the
Denver faces Spurs in the second round.
Okay, so yeah,
it would
Denver,
be
Denver OKC in the conference final. I wish I can say the Lakers because Luka is my guy, but they ain't got enough.
Yeah, I would definitely say OKC for sure. And you know what? I'll say the Spurs. Why not? Let's get the Spurs in. However, I think that series between the Nuggets and Spurs, if we get it, hopefully we get it, we better get it, is going to be
Every
insane.
Time we make predictions of what we want to get, we never get it, bro. So that's why I don't want to make predictions, bro.
And then in the East, I'm going to say, honestly, I'll say Pistons Celtics too, even though I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, those are our picks. And then for the finals.
No.
I'm going to say OKC. I know. But just before it starts, I would say OKC. Denver.
I'm going Denver.
Fair.
I'm going to Nuggets. I think Nuggets doing this year.
Mm-hmm. What % chance do you think an Eastern team will win this year?
Or zero.
Zero? Not at all?
Okay, wait. The Celtics can make it. Woof.
But it sounds crazy.
40%.
Ooh, I would say maybe like 25%. Honestly,
yeah, I think my thinking is if the Celtics make it, it's high.
Yeah, but even then, like thinking about Celtics versus OKC, like OKC is just different. But yeah, man, that's been our picks. Quick picks and thoughts and predictions and whatever, and we are just ready for the games to start Saturday, Sunday. It's going to be a blessing. This is going to be NBA playoff hoops the entire day, almost more than 12 hours, or basically almost 12 hours, 10 hours, whatever, of games, 2 days in a row. I am beyond excited. We'll be back here on Wednesday. Pod will probably release on the Thursday unless we can get it out quick enough, but we'll be talking about, by then, every series will have 2 games in. It'll be plenty for us to talk about, hopefully. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching, for subscribe, listen to our clips. Check out my video on basketball therapy.
Check out Sports Enthusiast on Substack. Subscribe, share. Thanks for listening. Peace, guys.
Take care.